Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today I just wanted to talk about some recent places I've visited and share with you some video and photographs later in this video in relation to those. As you know, I'm a keen Napoleonic wargamer, and I had the opportunity to visit some Peninsular War battle sites in recent weeks. So I took a trip to Salamanca, to the battle that occurred there, visited the Arapiles and all round the battlefield there. Fabulous experience. It's very well preserved. Virtually nothing built on the whole area, and you could really get a sense of the panorama and also where the key manoeuvres took place in the battle, particularly Marmont's move behind the lines and Wellington's counter by attacking across and hitting Thomière's division and then rolling up the line. If you've read anything about Salamanca, it's one of those games that's very difficult to wargame, battles that's very difficult to wargame, because it was a few chance things that happened, depending on your interpretation of the history, that resulted in a major Allied victory, and very much a turning point with the French on the retreat thereafter. Part of the trip also encompassed a visit over the border into Portugal, where we visited the old fortress town of Almeida. Very interesting place. It's seen a very checkered history. It was a very quiet, peaceful place. There was hardly anyone there. It was in the middle of nowhere, and the views across the battlements outside were absolutely stunning. And again, so much of the history of the place has been preserved. We had a really interesting time there. One of the key elements for me, looking at the history again, was when Massena took the fortress under siege, which was being held by Brigadier General William Cox at the time in 1810, and one of the shells happened to land into the middle and hit the magazine in the castle, wiping out a huge powder magazine, destroying all the central area of the town, killing 600 of the defenders and wounding 300, and that resulted in that siege ending very, very quickly. There were no actual gunners left, I believe, in the British garrison to man the guns on the battlement. So a chance shot that just brought an end to what could have been a very prolonged siege, because the fortress itself was very well equipped to survive for a very long period of time. But again, taken some pictures which I'll share with you on that. On top of that, we also visited Ciudad Rodrigo, and again, a very well preserved bastion. And anyone who's read on the peninsula will recognise that name. Lots of things happened in and around. So again, I'll share you some footage of that. And then finally, on our way back towards France, we visited a small town of Jaca on the peninsula with the Pyrenees. And this actually has a citadel, an old Vauban citadel in it, in which is housed a military model exhibition. And as wargamers, it was absolutely glorious. You had setups throughout all the different periods of history, from things like biblical through to Crusades, right up to Napoleonic and modern day. And you also had an amazing Waterloo exhibition of 8,000 plus figures, which was absolutely glorious. And again, I've taken some video to share that with my viewers. So I hope you enjoy the next few minutes of the video. You won't hear much from me. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the photographs and a little bit of video, and I hope it just brings a little bit of Peninsular War history into your mind to help with projects, or maybe just something you can enjoy if you haven't had the opportunity to visit that part of the world. But enjoy the rest of the video, and speak to you all soon. So here we are on the Salamanca battlefield, and we're looking at the Greater Apparel. There are the French. We're looking across to the Lesser Apparel, where the British were. Dead in front of us we can see Wellington's HQ area, where he famously was eating his lunch. Saw the French deployment over this side of the field, and deployed Pakenham to intercept Thomière's brigades, whilst he brought the rest of the troops up, and the artillery deployed on here, the Lesser, what should I say, yeah, Lesser Apparel, were then firing onto the Greater Apparel over here.
Yes, they are. So get a few more.
So here we are on the top of the Greater Apparel. This was Marmont's position before he was wounded. Wellington's HQ was over there, Los Toros in the distance. And then we've got the British position on the Lesser Apparel here, where artillery fire coming in onto this height wounded Marmont and really ensured the outcome of the battle, as Thomière and Macun's divisions were not warned to slow down, and therefore the gap in the lines opened up and Wellington took his moment and broke the lines, and the battle was a foregone conclusion from there.
Or are they storks coming down into the field? We saw storks here before.
sur de la aldea de Waterloo, donde Wellington establece su cuartel general tomando una posición estratégica. El flanco izquierdo en las granjas de Papelot de Hay, el centro en una depresión en la granja de Laesang y el flanco derecho en la granja de Gaumont. El ejército de Napoleón, con 72.000 soldados, acampa en la granja de Belle-Alliance a menos de 2 kilómetros de la línea paralela a Wellington. El 18 de junio Napoleón ordena el ataque contra Gaumont. Su objetivo es distraer a Wellington de su flanco izquierdo, donde realmente quiere lanzar el ataque principal, y obligarle así a emplear fuerzas de reserva para defender la granja. Sin embargo, Wellington, conocedor de las tácticas del emperador, mantiene el orden de sus posiciones. Como el cuerpo prusiano se aproxima, Napoleón sitúa unas tropas en su flanco derecho para frenarlos, decisión que debilita su ataque principal contra Wellington. A las 13 horas la batería francesa abre fuego sobre el ala izquierda aliada con poca eficacia debido al barro del suelo, ya que Wellington ordena a sus hombres echarse cuerpo a tierra y protegerse tras las lomas del terreno. Los franceses creen que se trata de un repliegue y 9.000 jinetes comienzan la carga, encontrando tras la loma todas las unidades de infantería aliadas dispuestas en cuadro.